everybody, and especially good morning, students. This is, obviously, let me just acknowledge what a beautiful setting for all of us to come together and talk about this important issue. And also, I want to acknowledge everyone who's both out in the audience, out on the grass today, and everyone behind me. This is such a good example of what we reference as one Albuquerque. And so for us, being right here, but with all our partners from the federal government, from the county government, and our state government, this is what it takes all across the state of New Mexico, but also right here in Albuquerque's Bosque, to keep us as safe as we can and to reduce wildfire to only those situations, as we heard earlier, when they're actually part of nature's cycle. Now, for us, I want to mention a few things, especially about this particular area in the heart of New Mexico and in the heart of Albuquerque. I want to remind folks that we have 30,000 acres of public open space in Albuquerque and Forest running through the heart of our city. This is something that is extremely special because we are the only city in America that has this. It is truly one of the things that makes us unique, and it is a reflection of why this city was founded in the first place, even going back to time immemorial with our Pueblo communities, who literally came here because of that confluence of the river and the Bosque and a trading passage through the Sandia Mountains. That's why we're all here, and in many ways, that's why we're still here. But to protect that which brought us here, of course, we have to make sure we do all we can to contain wildfires, especially in an urban situation where we have an urban forest right in the heart of our state's largest city. So for us, as our fire chief mentioned, early detection can be the difference between a small fire or a large scale fire. And I want to remind everyone that it was only about 9 months ago when we had a very large fire down by the Hispanic National Cultural Center. And that fire was wonderfully dealt with by all our partners, including state and federal folks and our AFR department. But that fire was an example of how we can do what we need to do in the best way possible when these happen. But like almost every fire, they can be preventable. And so we hope that we're not going to have a repeat of this. But we want to remind folks that in many ways, whether it's fireworks or whether it's smoking or whether it's playing around with fire, many of these are, of course, human caused. And that's what we've got to prevent going forward. And we can do this not only by not doing those kinds of activities, but by, as our chief mentioned, calling the right numbers. If you see something, say something, to try and keep those fires when they do happen as small as possible. Now, I also want to mention that we are doing the best we can with all the partners behind us to work on two fronts. One is clearing out brush and tinder and fire fuels, and this project actually happened right behind us last year. And so we're trying to go through key areas of the Bosque and clear out as much as we can to reduce that fire potential. And then the next phase is restoration. And that's what with BEMP and all our partners we're working on this year right behind where we're standing, is that restoration so we can get back to the natural cycle of the forest. These are all parts of the things that our open space department does each and every day, and so I want to thank them for their hard work and also remind folks to enjoy our open space. Historically there's been this argument about, well, there's going to be possibility for forest fires and it's going to be drier, and so everyone should stay out of the Bosque. We don't believe in that philosophy at all. In fact, we believe in the reverse. We want everyone to enjoy the Bosque safely and appropriately as much as possible. Because key to that is that those eyes and ears, so that we can actually catch anything that happens faster. And also because this is an asset for our community, and when used appropriately, it's something special all of our families should enjoy. So I want to thank the state for bringing us together and wish everyone the best on Wildfire Awareness Week. And I want to thank also Bosque School for hosting us and for caring so much about these issues. Thank you so much.